Um, and so the party's just been kind of hanging out in the library since the end of last session.
Essentially, yeah.
All right. And so we have Winifred, Akram, Raul, Jacqueline. Volo
TBD.
has gone missing in the ether,
Hmm.
and Purunga is out on a personal quest, searching for his identity.
Yep.
All right. So while the party has been recovering and recuperating in the library after successfully uh, clearing the trial that they had just completed, Shockland comes to the party saying that he's received word from his home world, the headquarters of the Oath of the Watchers Paladins. And in the Astral City of Callistrene, there seems to be some sort of strange activity going on. And basically, the Order would like to request that Shockland and a group of adventurers investigate this. Um, at the same time, there's nothing to say that this has anything to do with the librarian's request from everyone. It seems to be more just something is encroaching on this realm, but nobody can pinpoint what it is. So Shockland just kind of lays that on the floor and is open to hearing what everyone has to say.
Well, doing something would definitely beat sitting here waiting for the librarian to uncover the next artifact that we're supposed to collect.
As much as these books have been nice, I think me and Colt are getting about ready to stretch our legs.
I'll stretch anything. The books would suck. I need to fight something. Let's go. I can't
All
punch a book.
right. Overhearing this conversation, the librarian just kind of looks over and goes, "Do whatever you want." Uh, so Shuckland says, "Let me know when everybody is ready, and we can get there using the amulet."
Huh?
So where exactly are we going?
The Astral City of Callistrene.
Astral City, Callistrene.
I can put the spelling and everything in the chat.
I'm just guessing how to spell it. We're good. They just put it in the notes. Before we teleport through an amulet to the Astral City of Callistrane, what exactly are we fighting?
We don't know yet. We have to investigate the extraplanar activity. We know that something is trying to come in, but we don't know what yet.
I'm back. I got it. Okay. All right.
But once we know what it is, 10 cheeks to the wind.
I got 4 cheeks. We can get 6 more, I think.
I'm sure you've got it in there. All right. He holds out the amulet of the plains and says, "When everybody's ready."
Let's do it.
All right. Let me-
Always just like puts his hand in. Yeah, he thinks that's how we're doing it. He doesn't know exactly how the teleportation magic works. So he
Colt
It's like-
puts his hoof in.
appreciate it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Teleport.
That's the one. Okay. And so you arrive in the Astral City of Callistrene. It is a large city of magitech and wonder, sitting astride a flat disk of some unknowably dense substance floating through the astral plane. All kinds of beings do business here, trade, commerce across many and multitudinous realities.
Oh, this is quite different from Waterdeep.
Up is down. That way is also that way. Did I get a concussion at some point?
No, this place is just disorienting.
Which way are you supposed to pin them?
Wherever you can make contact.
Okay.
Whatever you treat as the floor is down.
Wait. Which way is the floor? And,
Whatever you
yeah,
feel
he
standing
just
up.
starts really flipping out about how gravity is interacting. He's having a crisis here.
He starts rotating. Like every time he gets confused about which way is down, his feet rotate in the other direction.
Um,
I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna get it together.
he starts to walk normal, kind of. He's taking really heavy, purposeful steps as he walks.
Yeah, Colt, I try not to think about it too much myself.
Uh, and yet somehow you're still considered mounted.
Yeah, right?
No, so you have reached this amazing and spectacular locale, and you know that there is something encroaching upon this realm from elsewhere. And you've been tasked to uncover what that is and put a stop to it. How would you like to proceed?
Anybody know who the authorities in these parts are?
I think Shoe's one of them.
The authorities? It depends on what part of the city we're in. Shelton says.
Like, are there passerbys? Are there people here? Like
The people that you see seem to be like kind of lackadaisically floating up above you from like one platform to the next. There seem to be like little areas of concentrated air that people just kind of drift across on.
okay. Yeah. Well, who are the authorities here? Who could give us more information about what's going on? I mean, encroach upon can mean a lot of things. I mean, I would say that part of the city is encroaching upon this part of the city. I start to flip again.
Uh, well, we could wander around until we locate somebody, or if we really want to draw the attention of the authorities, I suppose we could commit a crime.
That's not exactly what I meant. Ooh,
Winifred gets really excited about the thought of doing crime, and then like, well, not like that. She's like, oh, puts my gun away.
It's just dangerous to shoot up randomly when there's people floating up there.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, yeah.
All right. I just start to get fed up and try to sit down and start to pray to my God, and once again just lose track of where up and down is. So I'm spinning as I'm sitting cross-legged. And I'm going to sit here and do divination.
Okay.
Your magic and an offering put you in contact with a god or god's servants. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. The GM offers a truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. The spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as the casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion.
All right. Is there a role involved in this?
There is not. It is all. I ask a question, and you, as the GM, offer a truthful reply.
Okay.
So I'm
Excellent.
sitting there rotating and I say, Rugek, the all powerful, choke slamming beast of the East and best in the West. Please tell me, where can I find what is encroaching upon this world?
In the stillness of your mind, as you've completely detached from the concept of gravity, are now just freely floating in space. Um, you hear a response from your god, and it comes to you loud and clear, very direct. Just, brother, you need to go. Yeah. To the outskirts of the astral lands, and there you will find the cold embrace. Oh, we lost him.
Oh no. Okay.
You back?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Outskirts of the astral lands.
You must go to the outskirts of the astral lands, and there you will find the
See that?
cold embrace of that which does not belong. Grab it, throw it upon your shoulders, and take it to the mats.
Amen.
Do
And
this.
I come to
I know where we need to go. Follow me.
uh,
Well, all right.
all right. You have like firmly implanted in your mind a sense of direction towards what he was telling you to go to.
Sweet. Yeah, so I just start walking through the astral plane, I guess, towards the outskirts. So these beings that are floating up, are they like wispy and astral themselves, or are they just normal like us? Do they seem to notice us? Or do you
Uh,
roll an insight check to figure this
there's
out?
humans, there's bugbears, there's dwarves, there's like half dragons, dragonborn, demons, tieflings, just all kinds of stuff, just going around. Some beings that you don't have names for. Um, it seems to be a bustling metropolis of everything imaginable from pretty much every kind of realm that you've ever heard of.
Gotcha. And do they notice us? Like, do we seem out of place at all?
Only in that you were on the ground.
Okay.
Um, that's the only thing that was like remotely out of place because that y'all weren't floating. Well, you were, so you were actually fairly normal by their standards.
So
I
are
assume
there?
most of them were not floating, spinning around.
The rest of the party wasn't, but most of the people in this area that you've seen were.
Gotcha.
The trick seems to be just accepting that there is no up or down and just floating along until you get where you're going.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
With it. So yeah, Raul starts floating towards the correct direction.
All right. Um. So as you're going through the town, there are a couple of different districts that you're going to be passing through. There's the mercantile district, the academic district, and then the political district. Um, there's no real time limit on getting things done right now. So if you want to try to scout for more information on your way through, you do have the option to do so in each district.
Sweet.
So the first district you will go through is the mercantile district. If you want to scout for items or information, you can do so.
What type of what type of shops do we see around?
You're going to be passing through all kinds of different shopping districts. There's going to be specialized like craftsman stores where you can get specific kinds of accessories made, magical items. There are various different smithies that deal with magic weapons and armor. A couple of magical tailors and seamstresses. And then you've got your general goods stores, like grocers, anything and everything that you can imagine is likely available somewhere in these districts.
Right.
tickling your fancy, y'all? He looks at Akaram and is like, and he looks at his little pseudo dragon. And he looks at Akaram. Either one of you?
We don't really have a lot of money. We didn't. I only have what the librarian gave us. Like, on a planet with nobody else, you don't really need a bartering system.
There are plenty of places that will trade in information. Information is its own kind of currency in the astral.
I look at Winifred, and just about you two. Anything tickling your fancy? Need some new horseshoes or I don't know, hats?
Our hats are fine, but
There's also taverns and things like that in the area.
yeah, I think I could go for a drink though, and I'm gonna go find a tavern.
All right. Anybody going with Winifred to go drinking? Okay,
Sure.
so
Yeah.
Definitely.
Raoul too. All right. So you find a tavern in the Mercantile District, and it is called the Lucky Spade. Um, so you go in. It's a fairly standard kind of layout. Across from the entrance and on the in the corner to the right is the bar. Um, there's a big burly half orc guy, scars on his face, like one of his ears is clipped and docked. And he's got like a pristine white apron. And then like he's wearing like a white like ruffle colored shirt with the sleeves rolled up. And he seems to be the bartender. He nods to everybody as you enter. There are 13 tables scattered randomly throughout the store, through the area, as well as 13 randomly placed support beams. Um, there are also seats at the bar. But there are open tables and then there's seats at the bar.
That's one of those pieces of information that I'm always curious about as a player. When somebody gives me a specific number like that, I'm like, 13. Two things of 13. It must mean something. Yeah.
You can give me an Arcana check if you'd like.
Arcana.
Yeah.
Bro, wouldn't know.
Religion.
Hmm?
Religion check.
If it has something to do with religion, he might know something about it.
It has to do with faith, so I count that as a religion check.
11 total.
11 total. You think it has something to do with superstition?
Okay.
Uh, but yeah. So this is the bar that you've walked into. Do y'all want to sit at a table or at the bar? There are patrons at a couple of the tables.
Well, we can. Why don't we start at the bar? We can always ask him if he knows about any strange goings on around here.
True.
It's kind of my whole thing when I go into a new town. You find a bar and then you ask the bartender, "What's going on?"
Seems like a pretty good strategy, honestly.
We'll get count 4 whiskeys, if you don't mind.
The half-orc bartender looks over at you, goes, ugh, pours out 4 whiskeys and passes them over. And he just kind of on the counter after you pick them up.
I set down 2 gold.
He says, ugh, takes the 2 gold, puts 5 silver, or 4 silver, on the table in front of you.
Much obliged. Well, this I have to admit is my first time in the hold up, I've got it written down. Astral City of Callistrene. I've heard there might be some strange goings-ons happening.
He looks over at you and says,
Fantastic.
Stream's always been a weird place.
I I can understand that. Know anything about something encroaching? I think they said.
He just kind of stares quietly for a second. Ugh.
Well, appreciate the drink.
He says, accessory merchant. Biggest gossip in town. Goes by the name Gil.
Gil, like Gill.
Gil. Short for Gilbert.
Well, I thank you for your time and the whiskey. I'll put another gold on the counter.
He just grunts again, just takes the coin.
Well, gentlemen, it looks like we at least have a name.
Give me what's everybody's passive perception?
20.
21. I'm a
Okay.
sniper. What do you want?
That's a very good point.
So Raul and Winifred notice while the orc was talking, somebody was approaching you from behind. There is a richly dressed tiefling standing behind you. He looks every bit the sleaziest sleazeball of a merchant that you've ever seen, no matter how richly dressed he is. It's just written across his face that this guy likes to wheel and deal.
Without turning around, I'm gonna drain my drink and just say, "Well, if you're here to buy a lady a drink, it looks like you showed up just in time."
So, why? I never turned down an offer to buy a lady a drink. What kind of gentleman would not buy a lady a drink who's in need of one? And he says, Jackie boy, get another round of whiskeys for everybody. The orc just grunts, just pours out another round of whiskeys, 5 this time.
Well, I do appreciate the kindness. I'm
Now,
willing.
My name is Gil. I heard somebody mention my name, so I felt I should come up and introduce myself, especially to anybody who's new in town.
I'm new in town.
Akram takes the second glass of whiskey and instead of drinking it themselves, holds it up to their shoulder and feeds it to the pseudo dragon.
Oh, pleasure to make your acquaintance, Gil. My name is Winifred, and these are my compatriots. And we've come to town because we've heard some things, and we've heard you're someone who knows some things.
Yeah,
Well,
we hear you got a big mouth.
I take that as a compliment in my business. Yeah, you've definitely heard right. I know everything that's going on around here, and I'm dying to tell anybody who will listen all about it. My poor wives, they tell me that even with four of them, there's still not enough people listening for me to ever shut the fuck up.
And here you are talking to us.
I live by my nature, my friend. I live by my nature.
Well,
He
seeing
pulls out
as
a deck of cards. He's like, anybody fancy a game?
absolutely.
Excellent, excellent. I love people who like to take gambles. He says, come join me at a table. We'll talk. I'll buy drinks. We'll play cards. Who knows? Maybe by the end, all your problems will be solved.
Oh, it's, at least it seems on other planes, people still know how to have a good time.
This is a good time.
Whiskey, information, gambling. It's
Uh,
absolutely a great time.
okay.
Uh, yeah.
A man's cloth.
I mean, generally it's reading, slaughtering undead, maybe a little music. That's what I'm used to. But I guess I could go with this.
We don't have to bet money. We can just play cards. It can just be a friendly game.
Look at Winifred. Yeah. Just read their face.
He's looking a little sad and putting a sack of coins back in her bag.
By all
So
means,
you can roll
gamble.
insight. Like, if you want to, you can give me an insight check, like to see, like, is this guy on the level?
Yeah, that's why he doesn't want to gamble. My insight is also pretty decent. Yeah, so I figured I
Uh,
wouldn't want to dance, gamble with the obviously sleazy dude.
26.
I have a 23. 13 plus 10.
Um, so when he says we don't have to bet money, he's being perfectly legit. When he makes it sound like there's no risks involved, you're like, something's not adding up. Um,
What time of day is it for us? Like, what does it feel like for us?
it feels like it's just a little after lunchtime. Like this is like early afternoonish for you.
I forgot about one of the things my eye patch does.
That's the thing. I kind of want to take advantage of being in the merchant district because I've got some gold. I don't. Wait, time out. Like player knowledge. Why do I have so much gold right now? How much gold do you have, Kyle?
Um, I'm not sure because I don't think I marked it on the correct character sheet, but one of them has no gold. The other one has 100 platinum. So I
Which
don't
would
think that's
be
correct. I don't remember how much the what was it, the librarian gave us to start this adventure, to be perfectly honest. Because I think
So
we got like what, half
Shotgun
up front?
You got half up front and
Shotgun has
half returning.
313 gold.
how much? How much?
213 gold.
Okay, I don't think mine's right. Yeah,
So
I don't know.
I think it was 200 and then 200. So
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that makes way more sense. Okay, the for some reason I have like 3,000 gold. That can't be right. The who was our didn't we have a somebody was keeping track of that?
Did
Everything we
we?
got? No.
I don't think we actually assigned who the note taker was going to be. No, it's you. You're the note taker.
The note taker is different than the like accountant or whatever. The accountant is supposed to take care of that of the gold.
Hold
Did
on.
we have X amount of gold to start with to buy things too?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have had leftover starting gold.
Yeah, I think that's where all my gold comes from.
Where okay, gotcha. Mikey, do you remember how much gold you gave us? Was it like
I can
a
look it up real
bunch?
quick. It's tabbed.
Yeah, it's a pinned message in the GM
Just
point.
because that'll matter, like, because otherwise I might go shopping. If I've ever got 3,600,
It was
that'd be
5,000 gold pieces.
that's why it's so much more.
Plus
Yeah.
1d10 times 250 gold pieces. Okay, so yeah, it was a lot of gold.
So yeah, I've got like 1,400 gold at this point.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. The
Yeah.
Joe, I would love to hang out with you. I would. All right, man. Yeah. Before I do that, it's a little early. I gotta catch the shops while they're open. I think. You stay right here though, and maybe you know this city. You're from here. Yes.
He says, I'm from everywhere.
Well,
But if
that
you're looking to
can't
do
be
some shopping,
true.
he said, if you're looking to do some shopping, I mean, I am the number one accessory dealer in the entire Astral City.
Oh. Well, now we're talking.
He hands you a sheet of crystal that has images of different things on it. He says, feel free to browse my inventory. It's all right here. You just swipe and scroll.
Okay. I'm gonna sit and scroll on that for a minute.
Right. Now, Miss Winifred, you seem to be interested in taking a gamble with me.
Yes, I was actually on my way to go have some revelry and gambling when I got pulled into all this mess. So I've been itching for a card game for quite some time.
Well, before we start with the game, how about we open up with a magic trick? He pulls out his deck of cards, and spreads them out, fans them, snaps them shut, and then he fans them out to you and says, pick a card, any card.
I can't not. There's no way I'm not drawing a card. This is peak gambling, and I love it.
Winifred, do you realize what that is?
I mean, yeah, I've been in water deep. Yes.
Okay.
I haven't seen one of these in quite some time, but we're on an adventure anyway. Might as well have a little fun. And yeah, I'm gonna fucking A. I'm gonna draw a card.
All right.
I'm still
I've
scrolling.
guys, I've already got my backup character. He's sitting outside the bar right now. It's great.
I'm a 10th level warhorse. What? I'm playing a 10th level warhorse?
All right. Kyle, high or low? Or do you want to roll for it yourself?
I'll roll for it.
All right. Roll a d20 and tell me the number.
7. I don't remember the list like I used to know it.
You gain proficiency in the persuasion skill, and you gain double your proficiency, and you double your proficiency bonus on checks made with that skill. In addition, you gain rightful ownership of a small keep somewhere in the world. However, this keep is currently in the hands of monsters, which you must clear out before you can claim the keep as yours. The keep will be in whatever world that you've been to that you choose.
Can I pick the troll skull mantle in Waterdeep?
That's not a small keep.
I mean, kinda is.
Sure.
It's the one you get for Mad Mage. It's great.
Cleaning it up costs as much as a small keep.
hmm
Yeah, you gain that. And you have expertise in persuasion.
Fantastic.
Alright. He says, what do you know? You won.
Oh, COD's just one of my many games. It's always nice when it comes in your favor, though.
Yeah. He snaps his deck closed and open again, flips the cards around, shuffles it up, and holds it out to Akaran. Get to take a draw.
To be fair, one time I played this game, I ended up in the gym for like 8 months. It was rough. My crew came out and got me eventually, but it you know that's a thing that can happen.
He looks to Raoul.
Eh, I'll take 2.
2? Alright, roll him.
2 and 12.
2 and 12. Oh, Jesus. What's the other one? Okay. You gain 50,000 XP. You draw a card that shows a symbol of the sun. And a clockwork amulet appears in your hands at the same time. When you look at your second card, you see a pure black card. It symbolizes the void. This black card spells disaster. Your soul is drawn from your body and contained in an object of the DM's choice. One or more powerful beings guard the place. While your soul is trapped in this way, your body is incapacitated. A wish spell can't restore your soul, but the spell reveals the location of the object that holds it.
Raoul looks at the now unconscious Akaram and then looks at Winifred and is like, you just had to say a thing about being trapped in an item, huh?
Yeah, that'll
That's
happen.
called foreshadowing.
I I just wanted everyone to be aware of the risks that go with drawing a card. Okay, did I jinx it? Maybe. I'll take that. So
I look
we've
at
got a
Gil
side
and
quest.
grab him by the collar and say, "Where the fuck is he?" Hey,
He looks at you and just goes, why don't we cast a wish spell to find out?
I don't know that one.
He reaches into his vest and pulls out a ring with 3 little gems set into it. and says, "Well, with this, you don't have to know the spell to cast the spell."
Here's the thing, Gil. There's something encroaching on this world, and I think it's you. What you gonna do about it?
No, well now, I I think that the encroaching has probably to do with much more than a trickster gambling merchant. No
You
offense.
have to approach on him if he doesn't tell me
He,
what's going on.
he is offering us a wish to find our friend. It could be close, it can be far. These things happen. Like I said, I've been in a gym. I'm fine. I'm here. Let's find them, and then I get it. You gotta punch something. We're gonna find what's encroaching, and I'll give you. You can punch all the things you want. I promise.
Gil, you better hope that you're not encroaching, because then I'll be encroaching.
He just smiles at you, and he's just like, "Do you want me to make a wish or not?"
What's it gonna cost us, Gil?
You definitely don't have enough gold to cover a wish. He flicks the coin or the ring between his fingers. Says, "Hmm."
I can give you my keep. Just hold up the deed that had just appeared in my hand. It's got monsters. It's in Waterdeep. It's a great part of town. You can run a great business out of there.
I can promise not to put you through a table.
He looks at you and goes, "You could try."
Now that Akram is not there, Ickerblight is no longer Bones. Like, he just looks like a normal pseudo dragon now.
Blight is still there.
Yeah, so you know that Akram is alive.
He's just not a skeleton anymore.
Yeah.
Does it happen all at once, or did we watch the pseudo dragon regrow like ligaments
Oh no,
and
it
muscle?
happened all at once. The
Okay.
glamorization shifted and
So,
dissipated.
to be clear, Akram's body is still there.
Right.
Akram's soul has been removed.
So is he stupefied? I assume that
Yeah,
they are
he just like slumps over unconscious.
He is a ragdoll.
Yeah.
Yes. And we'll look at Winifred and say, "You deal with him, okay?" And I go and I pick Akaram up, and then I put my hand out for Ickerblight to get up on my shoulder, my other shoulder, if they want.
He jumps on your shoulder.
Right
I
there.
think
Put
yeah.
Akaram on one shoulder and Ichabod, I was going to Ichabod. Ickerblight to be
Yes.
on the one.
Ugh.
He says the price of a wish is that you draw a card too.
Me?
Oh yes. You draw a card, I make a wish to locate Akram's soul.
Colt says
Right
he'll
here in
draw
front
one.
of you.
This seems sacrilegious.
Nothing religious or sacrilegious about it. It's simply a deck of cards. He shuffles and then fans the deck out towards you.
Think about it like just drawing for your seed bracket.
Yes, the seed bracket of fate. You've noticed, if you've been paying attention, that his voice no longer has the sleazy business sound, and now it sounds more like a tempter, like somebody who is trying to lure you into making deals.
I don't know how that would work. So if I draw a card from that deck, you tell us what we need to know to get Akaram back.
You draw a card, and I make the wish immediately.
I am going to reach my hand out towards the deck as he's fanned it out and try to focus on the one card I'm going to pick and cast Dispel Magic on that one card.
Spell magic doesn't remove enchantments.
Damn.
You can't unmagic items with it. Though I suppose in this case you could remove curse.
Yeah. I don't have that one, unfortunately. Got that one prepared or whatever. Okay, well, I guess I am. Oh, I have used one of those. I should use another one for this one. Okay. Draw a card.
Roll a d20.
Shit. 10.
10. 25 pieces of jewelry worth 2,000 GP each. No, we'll go with this option. 50 gemstones, each worth 1,000 gold pieces, appear at your feet.
And look at that, you won.
Well, that'll pay for the wish.
Well, yeah, no.
Oh, fuck that. Hold on. He said if I pulled a card, he would do a wish. Those are mine.
Yeah, but now you got another one.
Shut up.
The ring
I've
does
got
have
whatever I
3
want.
wishes on it. You know, you could ask for more than one wish if you have that kind of cash to spend. He slides the ring
How
on
much
his
does a
finger.
wish cost?
He slides the ring onto his finger and says, I wish that Raoul and Winifred knew where to find the soul of their friend Akarim. And each of you instantly see the location in your mind and have a pinpoint precision idea of how far it is from you. And it's in the outskirts of the Astral City. Raoul, you feel this location is the exact same location that your god was already directing you to.
I want to be angry because you made me do something I don't want to do. But I got 50,000 rupees. So, and I know where my friend is. They're fine, right? You're good.
I mean, we were going there anyway.
We were going there anyway. Yeah, you're a good little one. You got it. Yeah, okay, all right, all right. I got their body. Thanks for your game, Gil. I still don't trust you. I think you might be a problem in this world, but there's a lot of weird shit going on here. So you might just be another individual in this weird, fucked up place.
Well, you can't win them all, I guess, but it's good to know that you at least think that I might be a person. I guess that's something. Um, you've received your wish. You clearly won at drawing the card. Um, it, Akarim, it seems he only suffered that fate because he got greedy and drew two cards at once. It's always bad odds when you do that, but to each his own. Like if you want to take the risk, you can get the big reward sometimes. But if you need accessories, my store is the place to go. Like there's no better options for you.
Oh yeah. So what like especially now with that, like does he have basically anything I want? Or
I mean, you have like he's got pretty much any kind of magical trinket or accessory you can imagine in stock. He also is the biggest gossip in town, and y'all haven't asked him any questions yet.
Yeah, well, while he peruses the wares, I was more interested in the other coin side of your operation, information.
What do you want to know?
Now, Paladin Boys over there's order has asked us to help with a slight problem they seem to be having in this realm. It appears that something on the outskirts is trying to encroach upon this realm, which is what my friend over there was referring to earlier. And I was wondering if you had heard any strange goings on that may be related to the outskirts.
He says, whoa, 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 whoa. Paladin? There's no paladin in here with you.
Did Homeboy not come to the bar with us?
Shockland has vanished.
Oh,
At some point while y'all were walking around in the markets, he became separated from you. You're not sure when. Nobody was really paying attention.
oh, uh, we had a compatriot. Seems in all the fun and revelry, I've lost track of him. Uh, there, the planar police, I guess, is a good way to refer to him.
Oh, a watch paladin.
Yeah, them.
Okay. Well, there's definitely been some strange things going around, but whether or not it's, you know, watcher level, uh, there's definitely been an increased number of people going missing from the Astral City lately. People around the outskirts have been just kind of going poof in the night.
Okay.
Um,
just going
but
poof in the night,
poof,
just
yeah,
vanishing.
just gone. Nobody knows why, nobody knows when, nobody knows where. Just one day they're there, one day they're not. All the stuff's still there. You think that if the stuff's still there, they gotta come back for it, but they never do. Nobody has.
Interesting. Oh, that might be exactly some of the trouble we're looking for.
Gil, where are you from?
I'm from everywhere.
That's what you said last time. I just
That's what I say every time somebody asks me that.
Well, people missing. We need to find our friend. I guess other than a little bit of shopping, I appreciate your time and the opportunity, as well as if you ever need any work done in Waterdeep, look up me and my band.
I most certainly will. And if you're looking for any further information on the mysterious goings-ons, you could look up the Skull of Varden over in the academic ward. Uh, he studies all kinds of astral phenomena, and he might have a better idea about this encroachment y'all were talking about.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can always ask the mayor, but he's kind of a dipshit, so
I try not to get involved with local politics. They
hey,
call me a criminal.
Well, Roselli's no criminal. He's just not the brightest crayon in the tool shed. You know what I mean?
Understood.
So, this belt of fire giant strength. So I got
Yeah,
these 50,000 rupees at my feet.
yeah.
Belt of fire giant strength. What's He's kind of whispering this, like because he doesn't want to let people know that his strength comes from his super awesome belt.
I mean, it's perfectly legal. Probably doesn't do the best for one's pride, but
Hey, hey,
Uh,
lady.
so he says, I tell you what, just as a sign of goodwill, I'll give it to you at a markdown price. All right, we'll do the belt of fire giant strength.
If you want me to draw another card, goddamn it, Gil.
No, no, I know you won't take another card. I got you once. You won money on it. You got the big win. You're too cautious to go for the second take. I can tell.
So, this is the consequence. I point to Akram's ass. I guess is where is what I'm pointing to.
He says, "I'll let you get it for just 20,000 gold pieces. Normally it would be 75 for something that great, but I'll give you the friends and family discount. You can get it at cost, 20,000.
Deal. I count out 30 of the gems and put them in my bag.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
I mean each
And
one's about the size of your thumb from the top knuckle up.
perfect. Yeah, I got now. I'm just jingle jangle with a 30 gems in my bag, and you guys see me take off a belt, and I get visibly like my muscles like decrease quite a bit. Yeah, when I take the first belt off, like don't look at me. Yeah, and I put on the new belt, and I get even bigger than I was before.
Yeah, he just kind of reaches into his throat and pulls out the new belt for you, like right there. He just kind of just goes, "Here you are."
Yeah, yeah. I feel good. I like you, Gil. Okay, Gil. Yeah. I don't have any more questions. You asked them all the questions, right, Winifred?
uh, I do believe that would be all we'd need to know. I think we might pay a visit to the academic district, though. You don't
Okay.
mind waiting just a little bit longer to get back to your owner, do you?
I don't care.
Okay, great.
I mean,
Yeah,
technically, they're right there.
this is very true. Well, then, Gil, once again, thank you for your time. This has been quite an enjoyable break from being locked in a library.
You were locked in a library? That sounds wonderful.
I mean, it was more just like we were in between. We got kidnapped to do some jobs, and then we were in between jobs, so we were kind of just chilling in a library.
Kidnapped to do work and then just not given work to do, so you just sat in a library?
They had to locate the things we're being. It's a long story.
Oh, are you working with the librarian?
I believe, yeah. If we're referring to the same librarian.
What she got
Gil
you
is the
crazy for?
biggest snitch in town. Don't tell him anything.
What she got you crazy kids looking for?
We're still not totally sure. It.
Things. Things. That's it. That's all it is. Don't worry about it, Gil.
Will you tell her when she decides to start her next crusade for the artifacts that she needs to come talk to me because I've got to leave?
Oh, well, I'll be sure to do that.
I'm
I get
looking
real close
forward.
to Winifred, like, should, should we tell him? Should we? Should we get the lead? I mean, gotta save Akram first, but like,
I mean, we can just have Akaram send her a message and she can pursue this on her own. I've been sitting in the library for like a week. I'm not helping her with any more of the lead work.
all right, good deal. Let's save Akram. We'll come back to Gil. The
Yeah.
And I guess we walk out of the tavern towards where we know Akaram is, the outskirts of town, with Akaram's body on one shoulder and Anchor Blight on the other.
Uh, Going straight out of town instead of going through the academic districts.
Did we? What? Who was it? He said to ask about.
There's a scholar named Varden, and then there's also the mayor, Mayor Roselli.
Uh, did you want to? Should we go to Varden or should we just head out of the city? I mean, we've got confirmation of a soul and from your god. Varden just might know a little bit more about what we would be facing.
Correct.
More information about your opponent is never a bad thing.
Then yeah, we'll swing by the academic district on the way out then.
Alright. Passing through the city, you stop and ask for directions a couple of times here and there. And you get directed to this large towering spire in the center of the academic district. And there seems to be something akin to a magical lighthouse at the top of this spire.
Well, scholars and wizards have the same kind of flair wherever you go.
Nerds.
Um, Entering the spire, there's this grand lobby. It looks like the most over glorified ballroom from like six different eras of history for the elves, just all kind of amalgamated into one. Um, and there's a big reception desk, like a big circular reception desk in the center of the room. The room's like 200 feet across and has a vaulted ceiling that's about 80 feet up.
Well, I take the long walk to the center. Uh, my cowboy boots just jingling, echoing in the atrium of what's going on. Um, and I assume there's a receptionist.
Behind the desk is uh, actually a pentadrome. Uh, it is a modron operating the desk.
Hi there. I'm looking for one of the scholars named Varden.
It spins to look at you. All five of its faces rotate to make contact with you at different points. It says, um, greetings. You are seeking the scholar Varden. Scholar Varden is in his office, located on, and you hear like cogs whirring and stuff as it like spins around thinking. Varden is in his office, located on floor 22. East Wing, Chamber 14.
2214 in the East Wing. Okay.
You may proceed. Speak your destination in the lift. And it gestures with like four different arms towards a glowing circle set in the back wall of the room.
I I appreciate it. And I guess I'll make my way to the lift. That was. I've seen some gnomes create some shit, but that's some out there engineering.
That's a whole thing right there. Four arms on one side.
Imagine the pins you could make with that.
I know, right? God, man, if only.
Yeah. Uh,
We evolve Raoul into a Machamp. Machamp.
you just have to find somebody to trade him with.
Yeah. uh, we need the lift. Floor 22, East Wing, Section 14.
And you flicker out of existence.
Oh God, Colt, they've got me.
Reconstituting reconstituting into material form moments later uh, on a different platform somewhere else. You see floor 22 east, and then there's a sign that pointing this way that says 1 to 13, a sign pointing this way that says 14 plus.
You know, I'm glad that we didn't have to walk upstairs, but I'd almost rather have preferred that was okay.
I don't think that's an elevator. That's the big thing. They should label it differently.
Yeah, what's an elevator?
That's a very good point.
I don't know. You're also a planeswalker, so you might.
It goes up and down.
Oh, okay.
It elevates oneself.
You know, I met some druids that gave me some mushrooms that did the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
A bearded elf walks by as you say that, Winifred, uh, and he is holding in his hands a number of glowing mushrooms. And he looks over and he says, "My God, you've had these before too?"
Oh yeah. The druids in the woods outside of Waterdeep keep special supplies for ceremony. They just all sit around a fire. It's
It's quite the fascinating practice, I understand.
yeah. It definitely makes you think some stuff. My horse Colt took some too, and it really threw him.
Uh, Colt is with you in here, by the way.
Oh, they let the horse into this
Yeah,
fire.
you
Great.
got the horse with him.
Yeah, Colt here had some too, and you see like Colt gets 1,000 yard stare as he remembers.
Um, so the elf looks at you and goes, "Would you care to step into my office and partake? I'm quite fascinated by the practice."
As much as I would, we are on a little bit of a time crunch, as you can see from my compatriot's unconscious form.
Oh my God, the soul completely removed. You're
Yeah,
very lucky, Gil.
yeah, yeah. We he I or you wouldn't happen to be Varden, would you?
Uh, he's like nibbling on one of the mushrooms. He goes, "Oh, quite yes. I am Vardin, Skull of the Arcane."
Uh,
God damn it, the elite is high.
you're actually the one we're here to see.
Oh my! He eats another entire mushroom shortly after saying, "Oh my, these are quite good."
All right, we should probably make this one fast. So,
Do
long
not.
story,
Yes, let's not stand out here.
yeah, we follow him into his workshop.
Sure, yeah, let's make sure you're more comfortable.
He leads you to a door that's about 15 feet from where y'all were standing, and it's a big like double like hard dark wood door with like shining gold like door fixtures. He swings the doors open and says, "Please close the door behind you." And you walk into a room that is substantially larger on the inside than it is on the outside. Wall to wall with like three-story bookcases. Um, there's a giant mechanized clock hanging on the wall behind his desk. Uh, done in this like gilded sunburst array. Like it is extravagant in here. And he sits down in this big padded leather chair behind his giant desk and says, "So, what can I help you with?"
Well, long story short, we're here helping out the what are they called again? Watchers,
Yeah, those are the Watchers.
Oath of the Watcher Paladins. They believe something's encroaching on the outskirts of this plane.
Oh, they finally got my report about the tentacle.
Yeah, probably. They don't tell us much. They treat us like mushrooms.
Oh, I understand.
Um, but we heard you would be the one to talk.
Tentacle,
Yeah.
tentacle.
Tentacle, yes. So there was a giant tentacle appeared in the forest right outside the Astral City. It is unsettling to behold. Many of
Let's
the
definitely make
young
sure.
women of the city are quite afraid of the forest now.
Ugh.
Well, but like it grew out of the ground.
It seems to be made of an astral material, and it does just appear to be protruding from the very ground that we stand upon.
All right.
It is worth noting the astral city of Callistrene sits astride a large disk of an ancient and mysterious metal. There weren't any forests here until the tentacle burst out of the ground, with forest around it.
Awesome.
Has the tentacle attacked anybody?
Uh, Not violently, but it does kind of swing and swat at anybody who gets too close.
All right. Anything else in those forests we should know about before going in?
Like I said, the forests are new. They appeared with the tentacle some few weeks ago.
All right.
Um, but
I have one last question. Does the tentacles have suckers?
yes,
It's gonna be hard to grapple.
um, there is only one planar or extraplanar culture that I'm aware of, and this is something of a matter of expertise for me. Um, that uses such a blatant tentacle motif, and it's not a group of folks that I would like to see entering my home.
Well, we'll either fix it or suddenly it won't be our problem anymore. So,
Hold on. Would you like to elaborate on those people? That's extremely vague about why you wouldn't want them near you. I mean, like.
They feed on brains, and it's
The what?
yeah, they feed on brains. They get their
That's
tentacles
what I
into
thought you
your
said.
ears and nose. They pull your brain out. It's really unpleasant. And I would just prefer that they not come here. It's hard to reason with something that looks at your brain as food.
W- Winifred, I like my brain.
I, I am quite fond of mine as well. I understand the sentiment.
And then they
What
put
goes on in the outskirts? Is that the outskirts on the east of town? That's where the forest is, I assume.
oh, quite.
Well,
The
um,
Grandmother lost his brain. And this is what happens to you.
Oh, his brain is still there. His soul has been removed. Same effect, slightly different.
well, I guess I'll just. They can't eat our brains if we kill them first.
Iker Blight is going to use limited telepathy. Um, Raul, in your mind, you are going to see Akram and his soul being pulled out, and then you're going to see an Illithid ripping somebody's brain out of the skull. See, there's a difference.
They're both extremely disturbing, little one.
uh,
He does. Borden does go on to tell you. Over the past several weeks, there have been a number of people going missing. A few have turned up dead. Their brains removed from their skulls. Others have reappeared completely fine and unaware of any missing time. It is all quite bizarre. Those who return are much happier than before they vanished, and they all seem to tell tales of some life-changing experience and how good it's made them feel about life ever since it happened.
and you're just letting these you have y'all locked them up? Are they just members of society again?
The mayor refuses to take any action. I suggested that we quarantine these people numerous times, but the mayor seems unconcerned about my worries.
Well,
A question. When they eat your brains, what do they do with it?
Uh, they digest them and then they use that nutrient to create little wiggly things that they implant into people's eyes to take over them.
To take over them.
Yes, eventually that person will hatch into a new squid man.
Hey, quick question. How long has Mayor been mayor?
Maricelli has been mayor since he won the election uh, some two cycles ago.
Okay. Did he seem to change at all? Like after the first cycle, halfway through the second cycle.
Oh, no, he's always been quite the dipshit.
What did he do before this?
What did he do before this?
Yeah, like before he was mayor.
My understanding is that he was an unsuccessful cobbler.
well,
And
go ahead.
how did he become mayor?
He was elected.
God damn it!
Well, I suggest you keep telling the Watchers about the people that came back, because even if we go take care of them, that'll probably be a problem. But we're just here to help them deal with this one issue, and I don't feel like trying to stage the coup of an extraplanar city. That is that the vibe y'all are getting too?
Oh, we're not asking you to stage a coup. The next election is in 2 cycles, and Roselia has been wildly unpopular.
All right. Well,
I just think he might have gotten his brain taken over.
some people are just dumb enough to let stuff like that happen.
My concern is less of that, since honestly, if a mind flayer tried to eat Roselia's brain, it would starve to death. Oh, the man is just incompetent.
Oh, okay. Well, at least that's one less evil we have to worry about.
Let us not attribute to nefarious, malicious, squid-faced monstrosities what can be more readily attributed to a man being a dipshit.
Understood. So we've got dipshit mayor, and we've got a tentacle growing in a forest outside of town. We've got an unconscious compadre. We've got a dragon, pseudo dragon.
And we've lost yet another compatriot.
That is true. Yeah. But you know what? I just got my new belt. I feel snazzy. I'm ready to do this thing.
Looks good on you.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
alright. And that is going to be where we call it tonight,
Thank you.
as y'all have now uncovered enough information to make an educated attack on this foe.
Thank you for the lurk.
Uh, so we are going to call it here. We will pick up 2 weeks.
Sounds right.
Okay.
Through what was your previous belt?
Belt of hill giant strength.
How much would you let that go for? Wait, I have to check to see if that's even. Yeah, how much would you let that go for? Because that's what gets you to 19 or 20.
I guess you're to 21.
Yeah. Is it? I would. Winifred would totally buy your old belt off you for Colt.
Okay. Yeah. You want me to sign it or something?
Yeah, that would be great.
I mean, like, chewing afraid.
Well, Colt,
Keep.
make it up to Colt. He really liked the belt and likes your wrestling.
Sweet. Yeah. To Colt. Keep kicking. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. 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 I'll sell to you the partial stake in your keep.
Okay, yeah. Uh, hey, we entertainment and bouncers, all good. Absolutely for partial stake in the company.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna put a permanent wrestling ring there.
Perfect.
Take it.
All right.
I gotta save some money to buy Akram some cool shit because I got too much money now. Wait, didn't you get a bunch of fucking money too? Was that your
Uh,
Kyle? Or I mean, Mikey?
Like for what?
No, he got
Was it your
55
card a
next
bunch of
week.
money?
No, Akram didn't have any money because there was no reason for it in his world.
Your two cards.
he
Oh,
got
He got
50,000
55 next
I got
experience.
week.
experience
Oh,
points.
experience.
Akram's level 12.
Oh shit. Level
And then a
12.
watch or of some
A
sling.
quick animation.
Fine, I'm not gonna buy you anything. 'Cause I got you. You're level 12.
Yeah.
You're
gonna be stronger than all of us.
I got 3 new spells and hit points.
Oh,
Excellent. Well, I appreciate it, man. The good stuff.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And we got through 100% of what I had planned
Sweet.
for this first session.
woot.
Dig it.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
Heck
Right, cool.
yeah.
Thank you,
Well, I
everybody,
appreciate
for
it all.
stopping by. Thank you, everybody, for playing. Everybody, thank you. Love you. Wonderful peoples.
Bye, y'all.
Alright.